Obsession, good or bad? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. We have these talks every night, and oftentimes they really just have to do with life in general, but I'm mainly focused in talking with people who are business owners or executives, people who run an ongoing business and see the world through that lens. But this is one of those ideas that really apply to everybody. It's just one of those things that is promoted to business owners a lot. Excuse me as I kick the tripod over. It's one of those things that's offered to business owners a lot, is this concept of being obsessed, being absolutely obsessed with what you're doing. And I see the value in it. I really do. I hear about this a lot. I see the value in just believing in something so much that you're sold out to it. I mean, it's kind of a necessity when it comes to building something from the bottom up. My issue is with the word obsession, I think, because I heard someone else mention this. Who was it? I think it was Joe Polish, who's a marketing guru out there. He was one of the hosts of I Love Marketing podcast. And he said, obsession's really a different word for addiction. And it kind of is. I mean, I think there's a very thin line between obsession and addiction. And you have to be careful not to let an idea consume you, no matter what that idea is. If you can't put it to bed at night, I think it tends to be a problem. Not that you shouldn't have something that you really enjoy that can keep you up at night, but you have to be able to separate what you're doing from who you are and what's possible. And I think that a lot of times I think we've all been in some form of obsession at one point in our life. And in my situation, I know that the things I was obsessed about, even when they could be considered a good thing, really weren't a good thing because of the way that I handled it. And I think that a better term would be focused. I think you need to have focus. You need to have something that you care enough about that you stay focused on it long enough to get it done. And if you have an issue with focus, you probably also have an issue with obsession, meaning you can't get obsessed with something enough. I know for me personally, I've been obsessed with things in the past, and they never went the right way. But when I'm focused on something, I can focus on it during the period of times that I'm working, but I could also set it aside when I'm playing with my kids. I could also set it aside when I've got other things in my life that matter besides just whatever I'm working on in business. And if you have that, I think you realize that obsession can be a problem and you want to watch out for that. I think if you can't put the thought away, if you don't have the ability to set a thought down or set it aside or compartmentalize it or whatever, then you've got an issue, and it's not going to stop just with a good idea. But there's a beautiful obsession to business also. There's the idea of having something that isn't even yours, that it's so much bigger, that it's something that you're going along with. And that's a good obsession. It's just you have to be able to set that aside from life, because life is what happens in between all of it. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think obsession's good or bad? Leave me a comment wherever you're watching this, because I spread this out throughout all social media. So you may be watching on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Is obsession a good thing or a bad thing? And if you'd like to find out more about some of the ideas that I help promote to other businesses, I wrote a book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. It's a nice quick read, nice hardbound cover. Go check it out. You get a free electronic copy over at AmazonProofBook.com. It's right on the screen if you're watching this, AmazonProofBook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.